I had a fun little project that I've been working on for the last hour or so, and my recording just totally stopped and I lost all of it. So I'm going to try and recap the live that I was just doing for the last hour and show you what I was working on. So, yesterday, or day before yesterday, I'm not even sure what day it is now. I've been working into the wee hours. And Ryan came into Discord and threw out a challenge. They made some updates to the web shop, and he challenged anybody that goes over and makes a web shop that he would buy their stuff. He's like, go, send me your links. So, of course, I picked up the challenge, went over to my handy dandy opportunity vault over on Notion and picked a brand that one of the brands that I have over there that's just been sitting there. I have several that I want to develop on clothing streetwear brand. And so I went over there and got one of those and said, okay, I'll just grab one of those. I'll build out the brand real quick and get some items up on my Printify store, and then I'll switch them over and build a web store. And so that's what I did. But I didn't want to do it all, of course. I wanted to use MCP and ChatGPT to do it for me as much as I could. So, took a couple hours building out some graphics for some t-shirts and mugs, and went over and put those up on my Printify store. And so I worked with ChatGPT back and forth and kind of built out a starter launch for the brand, a little mini launch, so that I could go over and build a web store, put those things on there. So I'm recording this whole thing as I do it live, like I always do. And after about an hour and 15 minutes, I noticed that the Loom video had stopped. And sometimes when it does that, it actually saves the video and it's there. This one is not. So I was like, oh man. But I created these items over on my Printify store, made a collection of just these. And so this is the actual store collection in the store over on Printify. So they're all there. They got all their images. So once that was done, now I have all these products. What I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have a Google Sheet with all of these products on there. So once I had this collection made, I went back over to ChatGPT, and I was going to have ChatGPT use my MCP connection and do as much of this for me as it could. And so what I need, first of all, you need all of these 29 things transferred over to a Google Sheet. No, I'm not going to do that. So I went over to ChatGPT and I said, here's the link to my Printify store. I have 29 items that I just put up there, and I want you to take all the information from those products, create a Google Sheet, put the information on the Google Sheet, you can import that data into a new web store that we're going to create. And once that store is created, I want a new landing page that store is embedded on, so I can use the landing page to send people there to go buy my products on this new brand. So that's what I told ChatGPT, use my MCP tool, and first of all, get all this information transferred over. So made a Google Sheet, transfer all the information you see here, the names, the descriptions, the price, the image URL, the category, the SKU, the checkout URL, the product URL, the buy button. Okay, everything on there. It would have taken me forever to do this. There's no way I want to do that. So, big plus check. Thank you, ChatGPT and MCP, for doing that. Now that it has this information, it went over and I said, create a new web store. And it did, and put all of these products in the new web shop. And so this is the brand name, Conquer. And so here's the new web shop. If I look at it, it's live right now. Everything's on there. It's branded with the right colors. Took about 5 minutes to do this. And it links to my Printify buy page where it can buy any of the products. Good job. Step number 2, done. So now that I have the web store done, everything's on there. And it's nice and separated. T-shirts, mugs, headwear. I like it. So now that that's done, the next step is I need a new landing page so that you can embed this new web store onto that landing page. If you were going to do it yourself, and you built your own landing page, you would just copy this embed code and put it into the landing page code. But I'm going to make ChatGPT do this. Now I'm going to let it try to do it on its own. And so it built a landing page, and what happened is it did a pretty good job on the first one. I'll show you the first one. But it took a couple of shots to get it the way I wanted it. But the first one, I said, build me a landing page and embed this web store. So the first landing page was this one. And it wasn't bad. I didn't really like the close rounded text font that it used here. But it wasn't bad. There wasn't any movement or anything. Kind of flat. There's a little movement here. But what it did, instead of embedding the web shop from the platform, it built its own store because it couldn't do the web shop correctly. I'm like, no, I don't want that, because what happened, if I click that, it goes to the web shop store, and then the web shop store button goes to the Printify store. I'm like, no, not going to have that, right? So, second try, I said, leave this landing page, and did that purposely so I could show, because I was trying to record this all while I was doing it live, and the recording failed, sorry. But, so I told ChatGPT, leave this alone, don't overwrite this, I want you to create a new one, and this is the second one. And the new one was much better, got my branding much better, I like the font better, there's some movement, did a pretty good job, okay? And so I was happy with this, but the first try, it said it could not embed the code. It said, I will go get you the embed code, and I will give it to you so you can put it in there. And ChatGPT was like, yeah, I don't want to mess it up. Go ahead and give me the code, because I can't access that button. I said, okay. So I went over here, and I copied it, and I gave it to ChatGPT. So now here's the web shop. It's embedded. And now, same thing, I can click on the links and go over and buy the item. Alright. Add it to the cart. And check out if I want to. So that was good. Got the Google Sheet with all the products on it. Got the web store created. Got the web store embedded on a new landing page that it created. Did a pretty good job. The only thing that was missing is the contact form was not on here. So I thought, okay, this looks good. The store is on there. Everything works. But now I want you to add, because it just ended here, said I want you to add something on there for me to get their email before they leave. And we talked about that for a minute and decided it was going to be some kind of a sign up for new drops of new merchandise and access to, you know, special releases and things like that. So again, ChatGPT used the MCP tool, went over onto the platform and built a contact form. And there's the contact form. And the contact form goes to a Google Sheet, that it created. And so here's the Google Sheet, field list, and customer tracker. We go look for that. It created this Google Sheet as well. And product sheet that it created and filled in. We got the customer tracking sheet. There's nothing on it because I don't have any customers yet. And now that it's created the contact form and a Google Sheet for that data to go to from the contact form, it also created a pipeline and an automation. Let's go look at the automation. Okay, there's 2 automations. Customer journey automation. This automation is when that form is filled out and submitted, when they hit that submit button, it's going to add them to the pipeline on the new stage. And then there's another automation, first purchase. This one is triggered when somebody purchases something off of the store, then they get added to the pipeline, same one, but they get added to the first purchase stage. So those 2 automations were made, and I'll show you the pipeline. Okay, here's the customer journey pipeline. Field list, new, engaged, first purchase, repeat customer, VIP, advocate, and inactive. But the automations are set up for somebody when they purchase. And I didn't do any of this. I did all of this with my MCP tool and using all the tools on the platform here. And me just putting a couple of prompts in. So everything's there. I had a new store built. I did all the products. I created all the imagery and designs and went over to Printify and created 29 products for this brand. And came up with a little bit of brand messaging. But other than that, I didn't do any of this. ChatGPT did it using MCP and my platform, and you can do it too. So start building stuff, guys. So now all I have to do is get the link to the landing page. And let me go get that. And put that over in Discord and say, okay, this one's for you, Ryan. Let me tag him. I believe you said if we build a web shop and put our merch on there, that you would be our first customer. Well, I created a brand, made some products, had ChatGPT build a store and a landing page with lead capture and the embedded store, and set up automations to a pipeline that it created, all in less than an hour. Hopefully you will find something you like. And then I'm gonna edit up this video a little bit. Sorry, the live did not stay recorded and save. So at least this shows you what is possible in just a couple of hours or less. You can do something like this, get it out there. Now I've got products out there on a landing page that I can sell, and I could run ads to them right now and try to get people to that, and they could fill out that form, and then I would have leads coming in and build my email list as well. So good stuff we can be doing with this amazing platform that we have. And so I hope you guys are out there using it and building things. And if you want to learn how to do more of this, come join us in office hours on Wednesdays and Sundays. and I'll see you in the next one. So I wanted to put a little bonus clip on the end of this video. Just told you how I created my web store landing page, put the web store on the landing page, created a whole brand of merch, and put it out there from a challenge that Ryan threw out to us with the new web store updates on the platform. And so I came over here, I ended the video coming over here and putting this post over and telling Ryan I did it. And you said you would buy one of our first products, so here you go. Find something that you like. And within minutes, I get this, because I did work late into the night on this. So as I was finishing, he woke up to see that and immediately went over and purchased something off of the web store. Posted this in the Discord that the order was confirmed. So it is a working site. Everything's on there. He actually bought something, and then it showed that I received the order. So he got that notification through his wallet, and then got the notification here of what he purchased. And so it was kind of cool. And then if you're interested in the wallet passes, he was putting a couple of new updates here on the wallet passes. And yeah, that's how quickly it works. And then here, the order is shipped. So he got the notification that it was shipped. And yeah, kind of cool. And it's amazing, guys, what we can do. So go out there and build stuff, like I said. And if you have questions, come over and jump in a room with us and chat. I do this stuff live every day, building something in here on this platform. And I try to record what I'm doing and share it with you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this one. More to come soon. Take care.